Greetings, Grapple fans. It's Mike Quackenbush here on Free Match Monday, bringing a tag team encounter from our recently released Anniversario celebration direct to you. Professor Nicodemus put Lucas Calhoun and Jeremy Leary on the scrap pile as failed experiments in his Vulgar quotient. But those two weren't about to take things lying down. They stood up and took the fight right to two members of the Proteus wheel.
I'm excited to see these two fight on the same page here tonight, taking on the Proteus wheel.
Better part of the last year, these two were at each other, tooth and nail, hair on the line, so much animosity between these two, but little did they know how much more they had in common. As we're going to see a little bit more that they have in common here in just a second.
And introducing their opponents.
And we just saw moments ago, earlier on in the afternoon, Volgar had his first true test, and he had a victory over Officer Warren Barksdale, and now you see Frantic and Calix making their way to the ring.
Calix the Castigator, one of the biggest members of the CHIKARA roster here, the big man of the Proteus wheel. Two very dangerous men entering the Wrestle Factory.
Professor Nicodemus conspicuous by his absence.
Wait a minute!
Smart fighting here.
Yeah, right away. Lucas Calhoun, Jeremy Leary taking it to the Proteus wheel. This is going to be a real test for them.
Right, since we've seen the Proteus wheel debut here in CHIKARA, they have just decimated everyone in their way, but now you've got two guys in Leary, in Calhoun with a score to settle. These two have been training hard for the last several weeks for this very opportunity here to take a cog out of the Proteus wheel.
Lucas Calhoun, usually known for his karate. This is just a bar fight right now. Jeremy Leary on the other side. Oh, just sent to the ring face first by Frantic. This is going to be hard for us to keep up with. We're going to do our best here, Chikarmi.
I was going to say, I don't know who I felt bad for, referee Betsy Ross trying to get the action back into the ring, or these fans with front row seats being this up close and personal with the Proteus wheel, getting the face of some of these fans here. Oh!
You can hear that echo throughout the Wrestle Factory. Now, the bell has not rung, so I don't know what the ruling's going to be here.
Well, again, at least one of each of the members of the team need to get in the ring for the match to officially begin. That's why I'm worried. I wouldn't want to get in between any of these four guys, would you, Scott?
Not at all. I'm happy to be back here in Commentation Station, far away from the action. And they're counting here. Wasn't able to see exactly what was going on with Jeremy Leary and Frantic there.
Yeah, folks, we're trying to keep an eye on the action, but it is all over the Wrestle Factory here.
Jeremy Leary coming to the aid of Lucas Calhoun, but here comes Frantic. It's just spilling out all over the place here in the Wrestle Factory.
Well, they're over by the interview section there.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not there anymore. I don't want to upset any more people.
And it's good to see Leary and Calhoun fighting together, having each other's back against these two monsters.
Calix's skull just bounced off that steel ring post and didn't even fall over. Oh, into the wall there. Lucas Calhoun might be out of it. This might turn into a handicap match now.
I think that was Proteus wheel for let's get him in the ring. I know these guys have sent out through social media some verbiage from them, but I don't know how they really communicate with each other. Jeremy Leary there.
Yeah, still got some life in it.
Scott, you mentioned before this kind of like a bar fight, and that's
exactly here he comes!
Leary is dressed for, taking out the first row of fans.
Standing over the Proteus wheel, firing away. He's not going to let up. Now checking on Lucas Calhoun. I haven't seen him return to action yet. The Proteus wheel getting back to their feet.
Right, and there you go. Lucas Calhoun is back in it. Jeremy Leary just took a shot, a thrust to the throat. He's gasping for air. Frantic
now firing away. Just out in the crowd. We got to get some control out here. I don't know if we're going to have a match at this point. He's choking him up against the wall. Meanwhile, Calix...
I wouldn't be surprised if they go outside at this point, Scott.
They might be heading that way. We got to get cameras on this. As Frantic's just firing away, just unloading on Lucas Calhoun.
I don't know if he threw him out the door, threw him out, but the Proteus wheel here in their first true test.
I don't know what happened to Jeremy Leary, but he's no longer around. It's just chaos here. Lucas Calhoun maybe wants to get back in the ring. That might be the safest place for him at this point. Betsy Ross leading with the Proteus wheel. That's not going to do her any good, though.
And see, now that's the thing. She's trying. If they put their hands on her, she can throw this match out completely before it even gets a chance to begin.
Yeah. She's firing away here. Lucas Calhoun might be out. Frantic looks like he's got something in his mind. I'm not sure what's happening here.
Scott, if you could see what's in either one of these guys' minds, I think that says a lot about you.
I'm trying my best. Jeremy Leary back, though. He's going to take on both of these men alone.
Oh no.
He's got a ladder.
They're over by the hard camera. Be careful. That equipment's expensive.
Jeremy Leary going up. Just kicking downward.
Folks, if we lose our feet, I want to apologize. Jeremy Leary dangerously close to the camera setup out there.
But you can see the desperate measures that Jeremy Leary is willing to go to in order to take out the Proteus wheel. Oh, taking out everyone!
Jeremy Leary taking a huge risk, a huge chance. Can it pay off, though, Scott? The match hasn't even begun. He's got to get one of these two guys back to the ring or something.
I don't think this match is going to happen. Everyone is down. You can't have a match with 4 unconscious men. Jeremy Leary getting back to his feet. This is just a brawl. And I guess they're going to drag the Proteus wheel back to the ring. At least I hope they do.
But which one of these guys do you pick? Which one of these two guys is the weaker of the two? Which one is the one that you're going to have a better chance against? You don't know because these guys really haven't had an opportunity for us, the fans at home, us here at Commentation Station, or any of the other wrestlers here at CHIKARA to see a weakness in any member of the Proteus wheel.
Well, it looks like I was wrong because they're nowhere near the ring as they go up the bleachers. This is getting very dangerous now.
Folks, it's very rare that you see a match like this happen in CHIKARA, but that just goes to speak for the rivalry that's here amongst Lucas Calhoun, Jeremy Leary, and the Proteus wheel. And they are up on the top of the bleachers here. They're about 3 levels up.
Callie, Castigator. I don't know what he's got in mind here.
He's looking at the eyes of Lucas Calhoun, and he sees something, he feels something.
Taking everyone out, just threw him from the top of the bleachers. Down on the concrete floor.
And Scott, you have to remember, not 2-3 minutes ago, Jeremy Leary dove off of a ladder onto this man.
And now he's standing tall. Frantic getting back to his feet now. Proteus wheel, once again, looking very impressive. I don't know what Nicodemus does to these guys, but it works.
Well, it worked on them. If you saw at Hour of Power, it didn't work on Snow Troll, or at least it did for a little bit. I don't know what sort of DNA remix he needs to do to get it to work on somebody outside of his Proteus wheel compatriots. But is the match about to begin, Scott?
Are we actually going to have a match here? Betsy Ross might want to just throw this out and send the roster out here to tear these two away from each other.
Again, it's a personal issue. You didn't see a lot of other guys coming out here to assist Jeremy Leary and Lucas Calhoun. And there's the bell.
I guess we're going to have a match here. Then we need to get one of these Proteus wheels guys out of the ring.
Frantic now.
Oh, just tosses him over his head.
Fall away slam on to Jeremy Leary. Lucas Calhoun on the outside. And that weird way of communicating, getting up in each other's faces, grunting.
Big head of steam here. Oh, just sandwiching his head between the turnbuckle there.
Sends Jeremy Leary toward the center of the ring. Well, as devastating as these guys are and as unpredictable as they are with that seated clothesline there on a Frantic. Alex with a splash.
All that weight. There is somehow still life in Jeremy Leary. I can't believe he wants to continue after everything that's happened.
I Again, that just goes to show how personal this issue is. Jeremy Leary, Lucas Calhoun, they don't want to beat these guys. They want to get them completely out of Chikara. I didn't even get a chance to talk to Bryce, director of fun, how he allows these guys to just run roughshod over Chikara in the way that they do. If Bryce isn't going to do anything about it, we're not going to do anything about it. Maybe Leary and Calhoun can and will.
Yeah, definitely nobody wants to tell the Proteus wheel no. Lucas Calhoun back in. Oh, couldn't get the big man up.
I mentioned before about proletariat form, but I know Lucas Calhoun has been training hard, adding weight and weight and weight at the gym, preparing for this contest so that he could pick Calix up. That was his plan, was to pick him up for that Samoan drop and send him through the ring. But he had a tough time doing it, but he's taking a lot of punishment.
Going for these hits, but you see the exhaustion that is set in Jeremy Leary. Great double team maneuver there. Can he get him up?
We lifted him up, but he couldn't keep him up. Calix has got to be at least 400 pounds. There's that Samoan drop. Thankfully, the ring is in one piece. Memphis-style fist drop there out of Leary.
Oh, Frantic with a very interesting way to break up that cover. Using Jeremy Leary as a weapon. And we see Calix rolling to the floor. Frantic is now the legal man. Yeah, there are still rules to this, Chikara.
And you're starting to see the fatigue starting to set in a little bit on Frantic here as he's slow to get to the top rope here, Scott.
Yes, left that opening for Lucas Calhoun in the educated hands. Oh, not from up there.
He connects with the Samoan drop. That's got to be all for Frantic.
Into the cover! Unbelievable!
Your winners of this match, the team of Jeremy Leary and Lucas Calhoun.
A huge victory here, Scott, for Lucas Calhoun and Jeremy Leary. They need to get a tag team name so we can refer to them as a collective unit. They're taking the first piece out of the puzzle of the Proteus wheel, give them the first blemish on the record here in Chikara.
Yes, but they may have figured them out. It took a lot out of them, but they're walking away with the victory against the Proteus. Well, wait a minute.
Oh, and there's Volgar coming out, and there's Nicodemus with them.
Professor Nicodemus.
Nicodemus, my apologies.
It's okay, I'm flustered as well.
Please let him come correct me.
Oh! Samoa drop of his own. Leary all alone. All three members of the Proteus wheel.
Jeremy Leary not going down without a fight here, but it's 3-on-1 and it's three of the biggest and baddest dudes we've ever seen here in Chikara.
Oh! Assisted Samoan drop!
Samoan dropped the calling card of the Volgar quotient, folks. Jeremy Leary used it. Lucas Calhoun used it, and of course, this new iteration of Volgar. And again, the numbers game take out Lucas Calhoun and Jeremy Leary. Who's going to be strong enough, brave enough to join up with these guys to even the numbers? I have no idea, Scott.
Let's see if they can find an army.